control of the ball. Once you can master both of those together, you'll sort of be even better off than what you would think you would be. So if you're just learning how to play football, literally never kicked a ball in your life, I would work on your physical first, and then your next step would be learning how to keep a ball under control. This could be as easy as going up the park and kicking a ball from one half of the pitch to the other as straight as possible to start with. Or dribbling in between cones is always a really basic thing to start off with. The faster you can do it, better you'll get at it. More practice, the better you'll get. Try kicking a ball up in the air, controlling it. You do get that quite a lot in real life as somebody switching the play. And you can learn at your own pace if you're doing those sort of things, like running in between cones. Nobody's going to tell you to run in between cones in your garden. You can do it whenever you like. Kick a ball up against the wall, control it. Get faster at doing it. It's all things that you can build on to get better at football as a whole. Not just try and do keepy-ups in your garden, because that may not help. It may help for 1-2 little things, but kicking a ball, once you can kick a ball far, you can kick a ball short. Using both feet, that's such a good skill to have if you can use both feet in football. Also using your head a ball to each other, try and head the ball to yourself, throw it up in the air, try and head it as far as you can straight. These are all things you can do without having lots of people around you, lots of things to train on. Very good skills to have, and the better you are at the basics, the more you are good at the further on stuff. Next thing is, if you go to a training session with a team, note who's the fastest players, the strongest players, and know who you're playing against, because you don't want to be knocking it past their winger. If you're a centre back, you may want to control it a bit better, nudge him off the ball a bit easier, but you don't want to be knocking it past him because he's faster than you. So really, you've got to know who you're playing against, and then you can use your strengths, because even if you're not a footballer, you may still have strengths over them. You may be able to jump higher, because that's maybe what you've worked on, or you may have always been good at jumping. So you can always try and know your strengths and how to play against people with your strengths. Another example is, if you're a winger, don't go jumping up for like asking for the ball to be launched into you, because it's not going to work, is it? Because you haven't got that physical threat of, say, somebody like Andy Carroll. So you've got to know your limitations and the players you're playing against limitations. And you don't need to be an awesome footballer to judge how good somebody's going to be at something. So I can look at Aaron Lennon and John Terry and realise one's going to be a centre back and one's going to be a winger, and I don't even need no football knowledge whatsoever. That's two extreme solutions, but you get the idea. One's big, one's small. They're going to have different strengths, different weaknesses. My last point is know the game. Watch football. Even if you're 18, you can go pub, watch football. I think there's pretty much football every night on the TV. Take note of where everybody stands. Note how a professional footballer looks up. He knows exactly where everybody is on the pitch, and looking up is key. If you're there with your head in the grass, you're not going to look very good on the pitch. Whereas if your head's up, you're looking around, they're going to see a bit of more quality in you, peripheral vision, that sort of thing. And that's how I reckon you should start football. I may do a talk on how to play 5-a-side or 6-a-side soon as well, under this sort of mini series of talks about football. But yeah, if you've enjoyed the commentary, subscribe and like for more videos. Also leave a comment. I like comments.